There's this saying, make plans and God laughs. It's kind of true. Not always, obviously, but often we think we know what we're doing, but we probably don't. Other times, of course, we have to make plans and have goals and take the steps. But often we have found out the hard way that some of the plans we have made have not exactly had the outcome that we thought or desired, or maybe they weren't so aligned to begin with, or they've just become outdated. When we surrender to God, to the divine, to allow things to be, people say things fall into place. We don't always feel like they fall into place. We're turning up. We see some differences. We notice some improvements or good energy coming in, and we start to take the steps, but then something comes in again and we go down again. It is really like this sort of yo-yo, isn't it? But the more we surrender and align, and surrendering can just mean just dropping it all and going, okay, God, you take over. You can still have your goals and your dreams and your projects and your plans, but just dropping it all down. Sometimes it's just, okay, I'm showing now, you could imagine dropping it all into a basket. They're all there, they're still safe, they're just in the basket. And you open yourself up to the divine, to allow God's energy, whatever you want to call that, the Holy Spirit, the light and truth, the higher energy that is what we most connect with when we're feeling our most sacred soul self, which is the greatest truth. And so when we do so and we just allow a bit of time and space, ideas drop in, because there is our plans and our little plans and our big plans and the higher plan, God's plan for us all. So now as I say that, I'm hearing like the birds outside. It is just echoing and reinforcing and validating that the highest truth and planning comes from above, comes from that connection to the greater all, which is why we're even here in the first place. We're in this world where we've got to make plans too, because structure is important and routine, and we're in this society which is very structured and systemized, and we see that every day. And we need structure in our life and systemization. It helps us. But by the same token, this is about the awareness of some plans or structures that might be out of alignment or outdated now, or just need some tweaks, or just need sometimes to be let go of for a bit and then see what comes up. It's okay to change plans. It's okay to dump plans. But it's when we hang on to these old plans, when all these new higher energies are coming in, I'm seeing it now as some of these are dusty now, or they're outdated. They're in that old energy. And so much recycling has been happening, so much in and out of new energies, that it's like sometimes you even forget what the heck you were doing before, or they just seem like, oh, that was an old me from eons ago now. Even last week you were probably a bit different to today. So I think the higher message in all of this is allowing that presence and connection with God, with Source, with the higher intelligence, feeling safe in that, and allowing it to guide you, giving your plans out to God. Through God, speaking with your angels if you feel that connection, as I have for such a long time. The angels are really there to help. They're sweetly supportive. And giving it out to them, talking to your helpers, and being willing to reassess. It's interesting because we're in this acceleration of time, which we all feel. And we feel the slowing down of stuff, like we're trying to get stuff done and it just feels like it takes so long, or the day just passes and the weeks, and what the heck, it's already, halfway through the year or whatever. And so there's this interesting thing about time and speed, because as time accelerates, this is also in connection with energy frequency accelerating at a higher speed and velocity. And when we're stagnated, our bodies feel stuck. And so all the stuff feels stuck, what we're working on, the plans, the projects. And then because the world is in such seeming turmoil and difficult, and it's so difficult because of all the pressure we're all under and the cost of living and all the things. And so it can feel like our plans are futile, or we just don't know what to do anymore. But for all of those things, that's when that surrender can really help, because through surrendering, you loosen that grip. When we hold on to things, it just keeps it tight and stuck. And so even if you have like I do, like plans and dreams and where I want to be with everything and my spiritual work, and it's like I wanted it like 10 years ago, right? But I'm just going through a series of surrender. Okay, this is how it is now. Make a plan, get going. And then there's these pauses, stagnations, surrender, connect. That's how it is now. So for the next while, and this will be ongoing, it's keeping that alignment. New energy comes in, process the stuff. You get stuck for a while, process it, you move forward. So your plans are shifting, changing with the energies. And so that's why allowing God's presence in and allowing that surrender to that higher energy and allowing it to just do its thing. And of course, you need to take the action steps when you feel so, but also to keep balls rolling, but not when it gets to the point that you are sacrificing yourself, your body, your wits, your finances, or whatever, when it's too much pressure, or you're so under the pump and you're pushing through, then it's like you're in an older energy or stuck energy and you're not in the new one. There's the old lane and the new highway lane. Which do you want to be in? That's been an ongoing message for years now, but it is still highly applicable and in new, fresh ways. So what comes up with you in this? What are you planning? What feels aligned or doesn't? What might be dusted, outdated? What might you need to just put in your little basket for a bit? Surrender to. When you bring in the God presence, what comes up for you? And have you noticed that when you do this and you move with these shifts and changes, you feel a lot more lighter and brighter? Nothing is perfect because we're all going through a lot as well, and we go up and down and around with all this. But hopefully you will feel something and get your own message through this that feels right for you. So share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what you receive for yourself, and how this message might help you and put things into a fresher perspective, or just remind you of what you already know, but sometimes we just get busy and we forget and we get caught up. As always, it's about coming back to you, dropping off the excesses and sinking into that alignment.